We are going to learn about a new differentiation technique called the product rule. Now, a function can be written as a product of two other functions. For example, suppose we have the function f of x equal to x squared times the quantity x plus 5. We can view this function as a product of two other functions, where our two other functions are lowercase f of x equal to x squared and g of x equal to x plus 5. So now our question is, how do we take the derivative of capital F of x, this function here? We have a product of two functions. So the rules that we've learned in the past, the power rule and the sum difference rule, aren't going to be enough in this case because we have a product of two functions. It's important to understand that the derivative of a product of two functions is not the product of their derivatives. So it's not as simple as taking the derivative of lowercase f of x and then taking the derivative of g of x and putting those together as a product. We can find the derivative of a product of two functions by using the product rule. So anytime we have a function, say capital F of x, that is equal to the product of two other functions, we find that derivative, and we can call it capital F prime of x. We find that derivative by calculating the following: f of x times the derivative of g of x plus g of x times the derivative of f of x. Or another way of expressing that is as followed: f prime of x is equal to lowercase f of x times g prime x plus g of x times f prime of x. And this is how we calculate the derivative of a product of two functions. So let's consider the function capital F of x equal to the product of 3x minus 2 and 4x plus 1. We want to find this derivative by using the product rule. So I've written the product rule down for us. Recall that the derivative f prime of x is given by lowercase f of x times g prime of x plus g of x times lowercase f prime of x. And I encourage you to write this down until you have it memorized, and even still, if you write it down, it might help you avoid making any silly errors. And then also, it might be a good idea to label these product functions. For example, label this first one f and the second one g. Now to find the derivative, f prime of x, we first take lowercase f of x, which is 3x minus 2, and we're going to multiply that by the derivative of g of x. Well, so we need to take the derivative of 4x plus 1. The derivative of 4x is 4, and then the derivative of 1 is a constant, so that is just 0. So g prime of x is just 4, plus g of x, which is 4x plus 1, times the derivative of f. So the derivative of 3x minus 2, the derivative of 3x is 3, and then the derivative of a minus 2 is a constant, so the derivative is 0. So now we can simplify this. Distributing the 4, we have a 12x minus 8, plus, now distribute the 3, a 12x plus 3. Combine like terms. 12x and a 12x is 24x. Minus 8 plus 3 is a minus 5. So our derivative, f prime of x, is equal to 24x minus 5. Next, we want to find the derivative by multiplying the expression before differentiating, and then compare our results with part A as a check. So this is just a way to check our answer and make sure that we're using the product rule correctly as we get familiar with it. So our function f of x was 3x minus 2 times 4x plus 1. In this case, it's not too terribly hard to multiply this function out. If we multiply this out, Using FOIL method, 3x times 4x gives us a 12x squared. Outer terms, 3x times 1 is a 3x. Inner terms, negative 2 times a 4x is a minus 8x. And then the last two terms, minus 2 times 1 is a minus 2. So we have a 12x squared minus 5x minus 2. Now that we've multiplied the function out, notice we no longer have a product. So we can use the power rule and sum difference rule to find the derivative. So f prime of x then is, bringing the exponent 2 out in front, we have 12 times 2x minus 5 as our derivative, or 24x minus 5. So that is f prime of x. Notice how if we compare that to what we got in part A, we do get the same derivative. Up here in part A, we got 24x minus 5 as well for our derivative.